where have you been? Haven't seen bro since 2022. Yeah, bro, I haven't posted since 2022, gang. Like, I ain't even posted. I posted like 5 videos. What's going on, YouTube? We're gonna be giving you guys an update on my life, bro, and kind of my story and what I've been going through. So I've been like really not myself for a long time. And I think I'm making this video to provide a message to people that might be going through something similar, or that can relate. That's really the point of this video. There's no other purpose of this video other than that. Basically, guys, so basically what happened to me was I became so attached to something, and many things. I became attached to a lot of things, whether it was attention, relationships, or outside sources of me, that I essentially lost myself in the process. And I didn't even realize it. So me personally, I talk about this a lot on my streams, but I am a person that isolates himself if I'm going through a hard time or I'm dealing with a lot of emotions. And through this period of my life, I heavily isolated myself and looked to external sources for happiness. This can be anything, dude. Like, I really think that a lot of people don't even realize that they're doing it, but they're getting their happiness from an outside source. I don't care if this video gets 1 view. I don't care if this video gets 1 million views. I just want to make it because I feel like it's important to talk about it. It's okay to go through that until it's not okay, bro. Like, until you lost yourself and everything's gone. So I went through a period of my life where I was not myself, and I had a lot of people around me, a lot of friends, a lot of relationships that kind of all dwindled out because I lost myself. And looking back now, if I was myself throughout those relationships, some of them I would have left a long time ago. But I've struggled with a lot. I've struggled with a lot emotionally. I've gone through a lot emotionally. I've dealt with a lot of challenges, and you know, I've dealt with a lot of stuff that I don't really want to talk about and get into. But realistically, I think that losing myself was the best thing that, or one of the best things that has happened to me personally. I think that I've had multiple periods of my life where I've lost myself and became a new version of myself, or become a different person, or whatever that might entail. Like, I know that might sound cringy of I'm a new person or whatever, you know, man. But I think that it was the best thing that ever happened to me, because I finally got to a point where I was like, who am I, bro? Like, who really am I? You know, like it goes into everything, like it affects everything. And social media being my life and my work and what I do, I couldn't produce content. I couldn't be me. I couldn't be me in friendships. I really isolated myself in terms of like isolation. And what that looks like is like, I'd stay up super late. I'd push people away. I wouldn't respond to texts from my family. Wouldn't respond to texts from my friends. I'd just kind of like isolate myself and sit in this problem and this issue that I'm having in my life. And for example, like a problem that you guys could be having is maybe you're struggling with like an addiction, or you're struggling with like a really bad relationship, or you're struggling with mental health, or you're struggling with your appearance, or whatever it might be. And for me, it was a lot of things combined, like my appearance, who I was, relationships, everything. And it was all, I was just like sitting in this like sadness of, I don't know who I am, and I don't really have anything to hold on to. And I think personally that my personal belief, I believe in God, and my personal belief is that God put me through that in order for me to realize that I need to find it within myself to be happy, and I need to find it within myself to be who I need to be. I did a lot of things out of trying to fit a certain image or a certain narrative. I mean, like, even a lot of like the content I used to make was in order to please other people and not necessarily do what I wanted to do and make the content I wanted to make. So that was something that like, it's literally like I was playing a character almost, and it's like, it's cool. And then I kind of got tired of it, and I was like, what am I doing? Like, this really isn't me, you know? And I don't care about hate comments or stuff, but I do get hate comments, and it's like, you know, like, this really, like, this is a part of me, like doing these videos or whatever, like that's a part of me, like that's cool. But like the level of I was taking it to, of like thirst trapping in the shower, like clothes on, jumping in the shower with my clothes on for content. It's like, that's not me, bro. Like, I'm not that kind of person, like, at all. And I lost my purpose through this process of losing myself. And my real purpose in life is to help people and to make the world a better place and make people happy and have an impact. Like, that's what I want. That's what my purpose is. And I know that's my purpose. But through losing myself, losing that was like, I think that was the biggest thing for me, that I lost that in the process of losing myself, because I couldn't move forward in life if I was looking to all these external sources for happiness. And I think when that started, it just created a snowball effect of just like everything in my life going wrong. Like everything in my life started going wrong. Like, I didn't have a relationship with my family for like a year. I didn't have friends for a year. I didn't have a relationship with God for a year. Like, the most important thing to me, I don't really like to talk about that on social media, but that is the most important thing to me. And it's like, I lost my purpose, my passion, my reason for really even being here. And when you're stuck in that hole of like, there's so much stuff wrong, there's really only one thing to do, and it's to go up. And like, you could have, like, I had so many people tell me like just like, keep going, like, get out of the hole, like, whatever, you know, like trying to help me out and trying to tell me what I should be doing and what I really should have been doing, trying to get out of the hole and trying to get out of this like mindset of like, everything's going wrong, everything's wrong in my life, like whatever. And ultimately it snowballed to a point where I hit this like rock bottom emotional point where I was just like so lost, dude. I was just so lost in myself and lost with content and lost with my life and lost with everything. Like, just everything. Like, the best way to describe it is I was lost with everything, man. Like, I was just lost. Like, we're lost, man. We're lost. But I finally hit that point, man, and it took like losing something I cared about so much, really fully losing that, for me to be able to be in a position where I could actually see growth fully. And it happened when my mindset shift happened. I was at a gas station and I saw this homeless guy, and I walked past him. He said, "Hey, you got any money?" Like, I said, no. I was like, I don't have any money, because I don't normally give money to homeless people because I don't know where it's going. I'd rather give them food or something else. That's just me. I love helping people, whatever. But normally I don't give people money, homeless people. I'm sitting in my car and a TikTok comes up on my For You page, and it's like, you don't have enough faith. Like, you don't have enough faith in God. If you prayed about it and had enough faith, like, if you prayed that that mountain would move, it would be done. And I was just sitting in my car, like, praying. I was like, please just like give me discernment, give me like purpose and passion for my life. Like, I just need help right now. Like, I'm just literally so deep in thought and so just broken and lost and just like confused of like, what is my life? Like, I don't know where I'm at. Like, I'm living in a new place. I don't have friends. I don't really talk to my family about my problems. I don't really talk to anyone about my problems. It's all internalized, and all of me is looking for help externally. I'm sitting there praying for discernment and just like for God to like show me how I should be living and how I should be acting and moving in a way that is good for me. And I get like this overwhelming feeling that I should go give this homeless guy $20. And I had $20 in my wallet, and I was like, I don't need it, whatever. So I go up to him and I give him $20 and I say, God bless you. And then he just starts spitting facts, dude. He just starts spitting facts. Like, to be real with you guys, he's like, God put me here so that I could ask for help. Like, he put me in this position to learn how to ask for help. And that's something like as a man, like, I've felt like I could never ask anybody for help for stuff. Like, I feel like I'm the firstborn son of my family. I'm also the last day of my generation. So if I don't have a boy, I carry a lot of weight on my shoulders. So I carry a lot of weight on my shoulders of I have to be successful. I have to not ask for help. I'm a man. I have to do my own stuff. I have to be successful. I have to provide for a family. I have to provide for my future kids, my wife, like whatever that might be. And I have all this pressure of like, I'm the first child. I'm successful at a young age. I got to keep it going. And I'm in this rut for a year of my life of being like, I'm so lost. I don't know what to do. I don't know who I am. Like literally from the moment I turned 22 to 23, even after 23, I was in the rut. And I have all this overwhelming pressure. I know that I'm an influencer and it might sound like, oh, like your life's so good. And my life is awesome. Like my life is awesome, but I do struggle mentally sometimes and struggle with real things and real human things. But I was just in this hole and I'm talking to this guy and he's like, God put me in this position so I could learn how to ask for help. And that alone, that was his first word that he said to me. And he was like, that just like hit me. I was like, dude, I don't ask anyone for help. I don't ask like emotionally, financially, advice. Like I don't ask anybody for help. Like I don't lean on anyone. I just don't. Like I don't know why I didn't, but I just didn't. And I just like would never open up. I would never like get past a real surface level with people because I was scared to let people in emotionally, because I was scared of getting hurt from people. And that alone like creates such a negative life for yourself, dude. Like it just does. Like isolation. Everybody's different. Everybody deals with problems differently. I isolate, like I said. And that alone made me realize a lot about myself, because I was like, damn, like it's okay to ask for help, bro. Like it's okay to ask for help. Like if you're a guy struggling with something, bro, mentally, like I think the leading cause of death is suicide in men. Like because people can't ask for help, because people think they have to carry the burden alone, because people think they like have to do it alone, bro. Like you're not alone. Like you can ask for help. Like I got a therapist, bro. Like I'm a pretty happy guy. Like I'm pretty happy with my life. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm pretty tuned in with God. Like I still struggle with stuff and it's totally normal, but I got a therapist, like talked about my problems with my therapist, talked about my problems with my family, talked about my problems with friends and stuff. And like, it made me just kind of naturally get out of this rut that I was in. But going back to the conversation, he starts spitting facts and he's like, the most prized possession is a woman in life. And that's true. The most prized possession is a woman. And he told me you can't have the woman and you can't love the woman the way she's supposed to be loved if you don't love yourself first. That hit me really hard because I realized that I wasn't enough. It's like everything was wrong. It wasn't like one specific thing was wrong. It was more so like everything was wrong. I was just kind of figuring out myself. Like I still am young and like figuring out myself and figuring out what I want to do and figuring out what I want to be and figuring out like what makes me happy, what do I enjoy, what hobbies do I like, whatever. And I was put in a position where I couldn't possibly get out of this hole with my circumstances. And like I said, it took me losing something I cared about a lot to realize how important it was for me to find myself. So it took me losing something I really cared about. It could be a passion, it could be a person, it could be anything that you love. Like sometimes it takes losing things like that to realize that you're in the wrong. And maybe even like sometimes you realize you were in the wrong and you realize that wasn't for you. And for me, that was the case. I realized that the thing I loved wasn't for me. And I realized that I needed to grow a lot as a person and really kind of man up, I guess, like is the best way to put it, in the best way. But moral of the story is that I get in my car and I'm sitting there and I just like, I've been praying for weeks for discernment and just like to help me with my path and like what I should be doing and how I should be acting and just who I should be. That's really me. And I just felt so loved and heard in that moment, because like this guy doesn't know anything about me. He doesn't know who I am. He doesn't know what I'm going through, what I'm dealing with. Like, he knows nothing about me. He doesn't know anything about me, bro. So I just felt so loved, dude. Like literally, like just got in my car and I just started crying. And like some of you guys that might follow me on Snapchat, I posted it. I'm literally just sitting in my car like bawling, bro. I'm like, this is crazy. Like tears of like feeling like the rut is over. Like the not liking myself, not being happy with myself, not being present, not being loving is just like finally over. And that feeling of like, I don't cry, bro. Like I don't cry. Like I broke my arm and I didn't cry. I've gone through shit and not cried. That's like, you should be crying, bro. Like what's up? But it made me just feel like I can't even explain it. I genuinely like cannot put it into words how it made me feel, but it made me feel like everything was gonna be all right, you know? And sometimes you'll meet a stranger, you'll meet a person and they'll just say the right thing. And it's like, one of the things that he said through our conversation was that he had to humble himself so that God could use him as a vessel, so that he could talk through him. And he sure did. He sure did, man. He sure did talk through him. But I've been out of touch with God for a long time. I've been out of touch with myself for a long time. And just kind of like floating around, man. Like just nothing's really sticking. Nothing's really working. I'm not happy with myself, whatever, in this hole. And finally, I got that guy that just like spoke to me. And it just made me really happy, man. And I'm sitting in my car crying. He comes over and he just gives me a cross and he says like, hey man, like I know it's not that much, but it's all I have. And I'll keep that cross forever. It's in my car right now. But it meant so much. Just like feeling loved and feeling cared about and knowing that like I've just been doing it wrong. But I'm so thankful and grateful that happened. I'm thankful that I went through that year of my life where like nothing was working. Like you guys are always like all my comments, dude, on everything are like, where have you been? Haven't seen bro since 2022. Yeah, bro, I haven't posted since 2022, gang. Like I ain't even posted. I posted like 5 videos, bro. Like, surprised you remember me, cuh. Like, where we at? You know what I'm saying? But like, but just every day, like the difference of my days now is just like really crazy. Like I'm excited about every day. I'm excited to try new things. I do stuff every day. Like I just sit in my room, bro. Like I just literally sit in my room every day. Like I'd sit in my room, I'd plan, I'd work on stuff, I'd isolate is what I would be doing. And lost myself in the process. So the moral of the story is if you struggle with isolation or you struggle with pushing people away, for those people that do that and that do go through that, or maybe you do it in a different way, you realize when you get alone and you finally lose that, it's like, why did I do that? And I'm just here to tell you, bro, like you don't gotta do that. You don't gotta do that. Like I see all these TikToks like, bro, we gotta lock in, like we gotta get rich, bro. Cut everyone off. No girls in my phone, no friends, like I want business partners. And it's like, dude, get a life, bro. Like that is literally what that is successful people feeding off of the fact that you're emotionally insecure with yourself because you aren't rich and successful and they are, and then amplifying the fact that you're not rich and successful. I'm just gonna say that. Like, they're emotionally feeding off of you because you're not successful. So just know that when you're seeing all these TikToks about, we gotta cut everyone off, we gotta lock in. Like I was in that. They were feeding off me. Bro, like the true happiness in life is having friendships and moments and experiences where you go do random stuff, or maybe you go to the beach at midnight and you jump in the water, or you go to a 7-Eleven and do some stupid stuff, or you go ride scooters around the city at night, or maybe you go run in a cornfield if you live in the country. Like, I don't know, the true moments and point of life is to like have experiences and to be open and just like build relationships and have friendships and have people around you that support you and build you up. And that doesn't mean that if somebody does one thing wrong, like end the relationship, end the friendship. Like that's what I thought. I'm saying that because I thought that, and because it was out of isolation and I didn't realize it. There's so many people that I've came across or have come in and out of my life that have maybe like said one wrong thing and like I'll never talk to them again. And I regret that, but I'm just letting you guys know you guys don't have to do that. Like you don't have to be that person that, if you want to be successful, like I truly believe that the most successful people are happy and they have friends and they have a life and they just like enjoy life and they enjoy every day and they do stuff they love every day. And I think that a lot of people struggle with searching for outside sources, like I was talking about earlier. Maybe it's a reel or a TikTok of like living vicariously through somebody's life, and they struggle with that, especially with social media. They almost live through people, and I don't know how y'all's lives are, but I know that like when I'm living through somebody, I'm not living my life. I'm not enjoying my life. And I don't know if that resonates with you, but I think that a lot of people are successful on social media because they feed off of people's living vicariously through other lives. And I just want to let you know, like, you're probably not happy if you're doing that. You're probably not living life how you should and doing what your purpose is. But that's my kind of emotional spill of my life. Kind of a serious video. I hope that you guys maybe take away some good stuff from this. I hope you guys enjoy this. I really want to make stuff I love and I'm passionate about moving forward. I really lost touch with my passions and I'm trying to reconnect with that and just focus on myself and being the best version of myself. And I hope that my content moving forward either inspires people, makes people's days better, or helps someone. So yeah, man, that's my life story. That's my update. Little bit of a thought bubble that I had. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and do stuff you love, man. Like, nobody's stopping you. Do stuff you love. Love you guys.